Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're driving into a real situation that a lot of people can relate to. Being stuck with a car that's breaking down and still owing thousands of dollars on it and just trying to figure out what to do next. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so this story is from Reddit. Let's go ahead and read it together. I need advice on what to do with my car. Should I do a voluntary repo? 3 years ago, I bought a Chrysler car that hasn't had problems until now. It's constantly in limp mode and won't drive. I've spent $3,500 and have been to 3 different shops, including a dealership, and no one can figure it out. I can no longer afford it. I have no way to work anymore and have been borrowing vehicles from family. I owe roughly $12,000 on it. I've called the bank, but they won't take a voluntary repo. Has anyone been in a situation like this? That's a tough spot, and unfortunately a lot of people are finding themselves in similar situations with expensive auto loans, unreliable vehicles, and rising repair costs. Let's go ahead and unpack what's going on here and talk about what this person and maybe even you could do in a situation like this. So first off, this is what it's called being underwater in a car loan. That means you owe more money than what the car is worth. A Chrysler that's breaking down in limp mode might only be worth a few thousand at this point, while the loan balance is still $12,000. If you can't drive it, can't fix it, and can't sell it, it feels like you're stuck. A voluntary repossession might seem like a clean exit, but it actually doesn't erase that debt. The bank will take the car and probably put it up for auction and get pennies for it, but then they'll bill you for the difference. That's called a deficiency balance. So even if you hand that car back to them, you're still going to owe thousands of dollars, and your credit score is going to take a major hit up to 7 years. The fact that the bank won't take a voluntary repo right now just means that they're expecting you to keep paying or fall behind first. Banks don't really want the car back. They want the payments. Now let's go ahead and talk about what can be done. Here are your options. Sell the car as is, even though it's not running properly. You might be able to sell it to a private buyer or maybe even a mechanic for parts. Whatever you get, even if it's only a couple thousand, that could reduce what you owe. You'd still have a small balance, but it's less than walking away completely. Hell, you can even just go take the car to CarMax. Their offers aren't too bad for used cars. Another thing that you can do is negotiate with the lender. Ask the lender about a hardship program or payment deferment. Sometimes banks will allow a few months of reduced or paused payments, especially if you've had a good history before this issue. You can also consider refinancing or getting a personal loan if your credit is still decent. You might refinance the auto loan for a lower payment or take a small loan to cover the repairs and fix it up so that the car is actually usable. If all else fails, consult a consumer credit counselor. Nonprofit credit counseling agencies can sometimes negotiate with lenders or help you figure out if a voluntary surrender or bankruptcy makes more sense based on your income or assets. This is a reminder of how risky long car loans can be, especially on fast depreciating vehicles. Next time you buy, aim for a shorter loan, 4 years or less. Put some money down and keep a small emergency fund for repairs. For now, focus on short-term fixes. Borrow a car, use public transportation, or find remote work to just stay afloat. Don't rush into any voluntary repo. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking a bus. I got through college and working full-time taking a bus. I was able to save my money and buy a car cash. I never buy anything that I don't have the cash for. And it's a good rule to live by, especially in this day and age. So what would you do in this situation? Have you ever been stuck with a car that you couldn't afford to fix or pay off? Drop your thoughts down below in the comment section. And if you found any of this information helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.